He didn't look like anybody's notion of somebody who would tear apart young girls.
My name is Ted Bundy. I've never spoken to anybody about this. I am looking for an opportunity to tell the story as best I can.
A person of this type chooses his victim for a reason. Possession, control, violence.
There was something unique about Ted's brain. He talked in terms of a voice in his head, and this voice would start saying things about women.
He had very blue eyes. When he really got going, his eyes went absolutely black.
Murder, leaving a person of this type hungry, unfulfilled, would also leave him with the obviously irrational belief that the next time he did it, he would be fulfilled. And the next time he did it, he would be fulfilled. Or the next time he did it, he would be fulfilled.
Theodore Bundy has escaped, suspected of dozens of sex killings in Washington State, Idaho, Utah, and Colorado.
I think things are going to work out. That's about all I can say.
Bundy is acting as his own lawyer. What is unusual to see is that many of the onlookers are women. Are you a little scared when you look at him?
He just doesn't look like the type to kill somebody.
Serial killer Theodore Bundy has escaped once again. One of the FBI's most wanted men.
He was charming, good-looking, smart. Are you sure you have the right guy?
I mean, I'm not an animal and I'm not crazy. I'm a split personality. I mean, I'm just a normal individual.
I can vividly remember finding Kathleen.
911, where's your emergency?
My wife had an accident. She's still breathing.
What kind of accident?
Down the stairs.
Kathleen Peterson was found dead at the bottom of the couple's staircase.
Peterson's husband is novelist Michael Peterson.
The cop was on me instantly.
There was sufficient evidence to warrant a trial.
The injuries are not consistent with a fall down the stairs.
The charge, first-degree murder.
No way in this world my father ever would have hurt Kathleen.
We're like, Dad, we believe you.
He wanted to give the appearance that this was a wholesome, functioning family. Well, that simply is not true.
Mr. Peterson was bisexual.
I understand you'll want to pump the ratings, but give me a break.
I don't think the DA cares about truth anymore. This has become a show.
The back of the head was struck 3 times. Dwayne Deaver had a pattern of preparing misleading expert reports.
Scientists are not supposed to take sides.
The murder case against Michael Peterson doesn't just involve his wife anymore. It involves a friend who died 18 years ago.
At the bottom of a staircase.
Okay, well, you guys got a much better film now.
They lied, they cheated, they did everything to convict me.
There was cleanup by the police.
It shook the foundations of my beliefs in the justice system.
The system is flawed and it needs to change.
This is contamination in the crime scene.
The DA is trying to say that our dad killed our mother.
There's no murder weapon. There's no motive.
But we're sitting behind our dad.
It never occurred to Michael Peterson that people wouldn't believe him. That's really what this is all about. He thought he'd get away with it.
We got him out of the car and cuffed him.
I started hearing a beat. His eyes just got real wide.
A potential hostage sent into the bank with an explosive around their neck. Something like this had never happened before in the history of the FBI.
For being a small town, Erie has its share of bizarre events, but there is nothing that raised so many questions as this case.
The call was made to the pizza shop at 1:30. Brian Wells drove to the site where the pizzas were to be delivered.
The man told police that he was forced to rob the bank.
The FBI believe that whoever built the caller is patient and secretive.
Brian Wells said he was supposed to go on a scavenger hunt.
And he was supposed to go from point A to point B to point C, where the keys would be given him to release this bomb.
This made worldwide news.
The purpose of the pizza bomber plot? Money.
How could this happen? Who's the mastermind?
Please, what's your emergency?
There's a woman that you might want to question.
He's the one that did it. He and his co-conspirators.
There was a lot of tips coming in, but no smoking gun.
We didn't have DNA, fingerprints.
The bomb had wires that didn't mean anything to prevent the bomb squad from tampering with it.
Did you make the bomb?
No.
Liar!
It's a bank robbery, but it's a scavenger hunt. Guy has a cane gun, and it was actually loaded.
Who put this in motion?
I did nothing.
Who actually said, hey, let's rob a bank?
She laughed about it. She says, I got away with it.
Was Wells a victim or participant?
When you have a bomb up to your neck,
It became a diabolical game to them.
The entire McCann case has become a phenomenon.
If you made a dozen movies out of this, nobody would believe them.
I've done thousands of cases. With the Madeleine case, I've seen the worst things a human being can see. The worst.
It is feared that a 3-year-old British girl has been abducted in Portugal.
If your child isn't safe at a resort, where is she safe?
The media made their daughter the most high-profile missing child in the world.
Some individuals represented a significant person of interest.
Police say they are now treating a British man as a suspect.
They wanted me to confess. I actually felt I was being set up.
The police had suspicions that there was some collusion happening during the night that Maddie went missing.
This could be the breakthrough. Here it is, it all fits.
Statistically, it's likely to be someone who is in close proximity with the child.
The McCanns and their friends revised their timeline.
There is no way Kate and I are involved in this abduction.
The police leaked information to the press.
Those cops lied to me. Then there was the surprise.
The head of the investigative unit was under investigation himself.
One startling element is the sheer number of sexual predators in the area. At the time,
it's very easy to move children to other countries.
Human trafficking is a massive problem.
The value that Madeleine had was really high. There's always something left to do till you find her.
Somebody knows what's happened to Madeleine McCann.
You're giving a statement of your own free will.
Did she beg y'all not to hurt her? She was hollering for help and telling us to stop. I thought it was just a dream. Just a dream.
If I wrote The Innocent Man as a novel, folks probably wouldn't believe it. In small towns like Ada, the prosecutors and the police were under enormous pressure to solve two sensational murders.
Debbie Carter and Denise Haraway. Debbie's body was lying naked on the floor. She had a cord wrapped around her neck. People started calling in about Ron Williamson
and Dennis Fritz.
The town was in disbelief.
And then 2 years later, Denise Haraway disappeared.
The police charged Tommy Ward and Carl Fontenot.
She goes, Tommy, I didn't think you'd ever do anything like this.
Once the confession tapes were played, these people were guilty.
If it wasn't true, you wouldn't say it.
This is like a damn game, man. What's that? I don't know why they keep wanting me. They know I didn't do this.
I believe the evidence. These boys did it. My daughter's gone.
He had the knife in his hand like this, and he was stabbed.
I believe that these are completely coerced. Something was really rotten at the core of this case.
Blood sample is never obtained. Fingerprints are never obtained. What are the police trying to cover up, and who's going to get to the bottom of this?
How close did you come to being executed?
5 days.
The fact that your life can be taken away that easy is horrifying.
We just don't expect the police to play dirty. It's all about winning. And along the way, If the truth gets blurred,
there was no evidence of stab wounds,
or twisted,
everything about their confession has been proven wrong.
That's too bad.
I believe the men who are in jail are not the men who did it.
They're a replacement for the real people.
This is going to happen again. Don't think otherwise.